Oh, Steve's working on the camera next.
Hey,
Darrell. Darrell.
hi, Darrell.
Well, Michael, Steve, what's up, everybody?
There.
Awesome. How's it going?
Doing really well.
Good.
How about yourself?
Can't complain. I'm in Austin.
Awesome.
We got property number 2.
Nice, man.
Not the ranch though. The ranch sold, dude.
Oh, bro, what you gonna
I'm
do?
so bummed.
Yeah.
That was such a great property. A guy, I was supposed to see it on Sunday. Sold on Saturday.
Wow. Well, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that was a pretty special but the place we got's awesome. It's not 6.7 either. So it's a lot cheaper. But it was interesting. I identified 30 properties we were going to look at we got here on Saturday, right? So I had a list on Friday, 15 sold by Monday.
Wow.
It's nuts.
You gotta
Is
be
there a
quick.
lot of, can you hear me okay, guys?
Yeah.
Hear you loud and
Okay.
clear.
Okay. Hi, Darrell. Nice to meet you. I'm Steve out in
well, Steve.
Silicon Valley. Where are you located, Darrell?
I'm in New Jersey.
All right. Good. So, Michael, is there a land rush of people moving to the Austin area?
Yeah. Oracle announced last week.
COVID based? Yeah.
Well, Oracle announced the headquarter move, and I think that's like the final tipping point because
Right.
Samsung bought 289 acres for their semiconductor plant. The Tesla factory is being built. The Apple campus is being built. So it's just crazy. I mean, there's already a TikTok presence. If the TikTok deal had gone through, that would have added 25,000 employees, they're saying. Now, I don't
Wow.
think it will, but I guess we'll see what happens. But
Mhm.
with the headquarters moving here, without it doesn't matter. Like it's just gonna blow that area up. And that's
Right.
all in the East End. So
Mhm.
the East End is like a lot. It's just in the process of being rebuilt, like regentrified a little bit.
Mhm.
And so the properties are still pretty cheap. Like we bought one brand new construction place. It was like 230 a square foot.
What's the more or less the total price?
Well, it was 468 for 2,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, and we rented it out already for like 2,800 a month.
Wow.
So and
Amazing.
the rents are going up. Like I probably rented it too low. But then we bought another place last night that's more of our split pad. So we'll spend time here and then California.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Lorenzo's here too.
Hey, how's everybody doing today?
Things are
Hey
good.
there.
What's going on, man?
Awesome.
Excited to have you here. We got
Excited to be here.
Steve Austin and Darrell Frater's on.
Steve, Darrell,
Hi
very
there.
nice to meet you both.
Nice to meet you.
Good call, Lorenzo.
Okay, let me do a couple. I think I sent out an order, didn't I? Let's make sure what I got so I don't get confused here. So I think we're waiting for a few peeps. We're all a little early. We're all eager. I love it.
Yep.
Mike, man, this competition's gonna blow up.
I may actually just log back in here a second. This
Oh, sure.
settings on this is the one I actually use with my daughter, and I can't
Your
seem to
co-founder?
quickly get. That's right, my co-founder, my 4-year-old co-founder, who is also very handy with gadgets.
She's awesome. Love
Reprograms
that.
reprograms everybody's phone. And
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
She likes to change people's ringtones and alert. etc.
That's
So-
great.
All right, I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries. All right, so let's see. I had sent out.
Oh, I see. This was just updated.
Don't you love that? Let's see if I'm not.
Sometimes.
I will say, okay, so if you're a Mac user, what do you guys, has anybody upgraded to Big Sur?
I haven't.
And no one else?
I'm on Windows.
No, your Windows. The Big Sur update is really maybe the best data ever. It's really good. They've reimagined the UI. It's really great, kind of awesome. Scotty's joining. Scott Garber's coming on. Darrell, did I get your company name wrong? I always keep it's TheClub, right?
Yeah, no space in between.
Okay, TheClub. Because I think the domain is in the club, or is that the app?
Oh, that was the first website that I
That's what it was.
that's why my email's attached to that.
Okay, that's what I was like. trying to remember, figure out where I got that from, and that makes sense. Oh, what's going on? There we go. All right. I'm organized. So we'll give everybody a little bit of time here. How you doing, Scott?
Mike, I'm doing great, man. And yourself?
That's awesome. Things are good. I'm in Austin. We got property number 2 last night.
Nice.
Yeah. Oops.
How is Austin? What's the temperature out there?
It's insane, man. I was just telling the guys that I had identified, oh, Olivia's jumping on, awesome. I had identified 30 properties to look at. We got here on Saturday. By Monday, 15 are sold.
Really?
It's crazy.
Amazing.
Hi, Olivia.
I don't know what it is. I was down in Alabama. My parents just put their house on the market. 9 days gone.
Apparently Alabama is actually pretty hot right now. And then so is like, there's 2 places in North Carolina. I can't remember which cities they are, but like North Carolina is booming too. It's crazy. I mean, I think with the Oracle announcement, I was saying to Steve that the Oracle announcement last week made everybody just jump in hardcore. I mean,
it's happening.
It's happening.
It's been happening, but now COVID poured gas on that fire, man. I think everybody's sort of the cat's out of the bag now.
And crappy California government. Like they're all chasing them out, man. They're, and I don't know if it's by design, if they think, hey, they're going to leave and still vote the same stupid way in other places, which they might, but it'd be a real shame if that happened. Oh,
yeah, I don't know.
Matt joined.
Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going, man? Yeah, we can.
Good.
Matt is from Getogether.
Darrell, where are you at in the world, man?
I live in New Jersey.
Nice, man. You guys ready for this snowstorm we got coming?
Oh, man, don't remind me.
Yeah, I'm out here
really?
on Cape Cod right now, man. I'm looking at it's beautiful right now, but like sort of that calm before the storm, I reckon,
Man, I heard it's gonna be 12 inches. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm going to the grocery store right after this call. I got to get some food. I don't plan on leaving the house for the next 48 hours.
Is 12 inches a lot? No.
Not too much, but it's something,
That'll be hard if it's that much snow.
It's like that wet, nasty snow too.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like
stuff you get in Tahoe.
It's enough to get into a car accident.
That's what I was gonna say. It's like most people nowadays don't have a clue how to drive in it. Like, I mean, I came from up north in Canada. Like, we're like, what's wrong with you? But it's funny because there's a lot of new people in Canada every year and they can't drive, man. They die in the snow. We're like, what's wrong with you? But
Madison, long time no see.
I know. I love to see you here. Hi, Scott. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Good. Hi, Olivia. How you doing,
Hey.
Michael?
How's it going, Madison? Things are good.
Good. Can't complain.
Oh, we got someone coming in here. Hold on.
Rab.
Let's do this. We'll do gallery style. I don't know if I have to do I have to do walk-in music for him, or he'll do his own probably.
1, 2, 3 in a place to be. OG Arabian Prince on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got it. 9.
Dude, what's going on, man?
What's up, buddy?
Okay, what's your shirt?
Huh?
What's your shirt?
Oh, GOAT with 3 G's.
Nice.
That's my new computer company that nobody knows about. That's about to take over the world.
Oh, cool.
Goat with 3 G's, huh?
Yeah, greatest gaming gear of all time.
Oh, cool. I like
Rab,
it.
you got to work something in there with 5 G's, man. I feel like that's where we're moving.
5 G's. The super G.
I love it.
G6. Oh my goodness. And look at who's here. It's the one and only, the only neuroscientist on the call, Ariel from Muse.
Hey,
Hi,
guys.
Ariel.
Talking about Chris.
Hey,
There.
Chris is not a neuroscientist, is he? Are you an engineer,
No.
Chris?
Unless finance and math counts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can.
Maybe.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. So let's see. Who are we waiting on? Anybody? We got some other people joining. So I think we might have a few admirers of the people on the call. So we'll just invite them in. How are things in Toronto, Ariel?
Fantastic. We're in lockdown, semi-lockdown, but mood is good. Joy spirits are still high, and life is working.
Oh, well, they can't complain about that. We got to get everybody on the Muse brain sensing headband so they can stay calm and sleep now.
And sleep.
Yeah, we're excited. You always have cool glasses. Those are neat. I don't know if I've seen the blue ones before, have I?
I don't know, but it's all the better to see you with, my dears.
Oh, wow. There you go. Okay, let's see if I don't know if we're expecting anyone else that's super critical, because I think we've got all the companies that are on. So today we're unfortunately one company short. We had one person that didn't confirm, so I've been scrambling, but we didn't work that out. However, we have
I got a
four
new
awesome-
company. You can use my company. Never mind. Just kidding.
Which one? Triple G? Do you judge yourself? I could step in. Let's hear your pitch, man. What's your?
All right.
Do you have a pitch?
I do have a pitch.
All right. You can pitch it at the end. What about?
I'll
how we do
pitch at
that?
the end. How about that?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
set the example for all that.
Nice.
You can be the elder statesman.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So first of all, thank you so much for joining us. This is the second Founders Pack online pitch event. We have 4 pitch companies today. We were shooting. Oh, we got some other people joining us. We have 4 pitch companies today. And then our 3 judges. I'll start off just by kind of introducing the 3 judges. The format is that each company will get a 1-minute pitch and then 3 some odd minutes, because we'll have some extra time to answer questions. We'll be flexible on that. The judges will then, and I will message each of the judges shortly. So the judges will then message me their top 2. And then each of the top 2 will get an additional 3 some odd minutes to answer questions. And the judges will pick the winner. And the winner, as you know, takes all. Normally the pot is $500. Today the pot will be $500. I'll throw in the other 100. Nobody gets shortchanged. Wow. But more importantly, I think all the companies today are pre-seed. So this is a good opportunity to get feedback on your pitch or to talk to real investors. Some of you may or may not be your first time pitching. So it's a good opportunity to get some new contacts as well. And I'll introduce the 3 judges in no particular order. I'm going to do it by the order I see people in. Oh, do we lose Rob? Yeah, we might have lost Rob. Hold on. Oh, there you are. Why is it put you off to the side on me? My bad. My eyes are terrible. All right, so we'll start off with the top. On the top left to me is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hey, guys.
Affectionately also known as the Silicon Valley pitch god. And Steve is known because he's worked with over 60 VCs and accelerators, I believe, and over 2,500 companies to help them perfect their pitch.
Yep.
Steve came highly recommended from a common friend, which is Steve Hoffman from Founders Space, not to be confused with Founders Pack. So thanks, Steve, for joining us.
You're welcome.
On my bottom left, we have Ariel Garten, and she is the co-founder of Muse. Amongst, I think you have an overarching umbrella company, right? That it does other stuff?
The company's called the Taraxon, but it's just Muse.
It's just Muse. Okay. So Muse is, if people don't know, is a great consumer product. The Muse brain sensing headband gives you feedback through the app of when you're meditating, whether you are in an active or a calm state. And their new product, the Muse S, is actually really cool because it has that, plus it can help you sleep. So it coaches you to sleep. It's a great product. And whenever I have a question about neuroscience, I go to Ariel. And let's see, the final but not least is the OG Arabian Prince. You know him as one of the co-founders of N.W.A, the famous legendary hip hop group, but he's also, it's Innovate Ventures, right?
Innovate Next. Yes.
Innovate Next. Sorry, I always miss the next part.
No worries.
All right, so I'm excited. Thank you so much to you guys for joining us. Let's see, now what I did was, and I'm going to message each of you in a second, or you can message me, just so we have a direct channel, and we'll use that for your voting. So right now we have, in this order, this is pulled random, so I didn't pick based upon who I like best. The first up to pitch will be Darrell from TheClub. Second will be Matt from Getogether. third will be Campus Concierge, which is Madison Long. And then batting cleanup will be Lorenzo Carver from Brainsprays. Okay, so let me do this. I'm going to message each of the judges. Let's see, we will start with Rob. And then who's next up on the list? Steve is popping up. And there's Ariel. Okay, so you should each have a direct line to me. We're going to start with Darrell. And what I'll do is, just to be fair, I will give you guys a 1-minute timer. I think I've given each of you a little bit of coaching on this, so hopefully you're all ready to rock. And I just want to start by saying thank you for being here, but also relax. It's all going to be okay. It's more than enough time. You want to get across your key point and then answer questions after. Okay. Darrell, how are you doing? You ready to rock?
Yes, sir. Thank you for putting this together, brother.
Anytime. I'm going to pin you actually so that we have you on video. And you can start.
All right. I'm about to share my screen, right? All right, gonna get going now. So, hello everybody. My name is Darrell Frater. I'm the founder and CEO of TheClub, live DJs and virtual party app. We have built the perfect virtual party experience. Clubs, venues, and parties are closed with no promise of things going back to normal given this pandemic. So DJs have taken to live streaming, but they aren't really earning revenue on the platforms that they're streaming on currently. TheClub is an interactive live streaming app that monetizes the virtual party experience. And it's a simple app. You know, DJs get on the platform, they can create an event, stream, earn tips from the viewers, and easily cash out the earnings. We had an 8-week open beta, and that time we had over 1,500 unique downloads, over about $1,000 in in-app purchase revenue, and over 500 events streamed. And this was completely organic with zero ad spend. Our business model is simple. We take a 20% transaction fee on the tips and entry fees for our virtual events. And we're super excited for the work that we're doing in the space, and we're creating the perfect virtual party experience. Thank you.
Look at that, right
All right.
on time. That was excellent. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to take you off pin for 1 second here. Let's go back to gallery mode. And actually, maybe you can stop sharing your screen too.
Yes.
Cool. All right, so let's do this. I'm just going to go from top to bottom here. I see on my right, Steve. So Steve, do you have any questions for Darrell?
Darrell, I like it. Way to go, man. 1,500 downloads. It's all. What city are you doing this? Your first show?
So pretty much the shows are virtual. So people have been
But
streaming.
where are you located, and where's your headquarters, city-wise?
Located in Ewing, New Jersey, which is where I'm from.
Okay, and when you're promoting this, where are people coming from? Just curious where your audience is.
Yeah, so primarily if you look at that kind of the map of where most people are, majority is New York. Then I have Miami, Florida. Then also Atlanta, Georgia. Those are my top 3 cities. And then also some in LA. I've seen, but then we have a bunch in the middle, just kind of here and there. But
Okay,
those are
good.
the central locations.
Good. Okay, that's it.
Great, thank you. Let's go to Rob. Do you have any questions for Darrell? Oh, do we lose Arabian Prince?
Oh, you said Rob. I was like,
You know what?
Rob?
When I talk to Hoppa, he always calls you Rob.
No, he calls me Rab.
Rab, I'm sorry, it's my
I was
Canadian
like,
accent.
who's Rob? I'm looking
Rob.
at him like, where's Rob at?
I hear Rab and okay, I apologize.
Anyway, yeah, Darrell, so where are you at as far as building out the app? Is it finished, is it complete, or is there more left to do with it?
Yeah, so the end of September, we launched the MVP or the version 1 of the platform to the Google Play and App Store. And now we're raising our pre-seed fund to build the next set of features. We're super excited. Over that 8-week period, we've gotten all the feedback from the users, and we know exactly what we need to build next. And we actually are very close to finishing and closing the round. So we're super excited that we have investors that are excited helping us build this.
Thank you.
Terrific. Ariel, you get to ask the final questions. Well, for now.
This looks like a lot of fun. What is the consumer experience and how is it better than a party on Zoom?
Yes, so in regards to Zoom and the platform that people are currently using, like Instagram Live, Twitch, and all these other platforms, we have noticed that one, these platforms are not designed for live music entertainment. In regards to the ways that the DJs set up in the platform, they're not really giving the quality sound that they are deserving. And then also the user experience on other live streaming platforms, they don't have that face-to-face interaction. What we're doing is building the high quality live streaming experience from other platforms, and then also connecting with the peer-to-peer viewing, such as like this on Zoom. And we're going to be able to, the edge is to really give the DJs an opportunity to monetize that experience in one packaged product, and having that just be very fun and interactive for DJs and then also the viewers as well.
Can you be a little bit more specific about how the experience for me as a user is better than it is on Zoom? Because on Zoom, it's actually pretty good. I can like dance with my friends. I see them all in their little boxes. We can wave at each other.
So imagine a club, and you can see the DJ streaming or spinning their music. You have a profile in the app, and when you enter the room, people can see that you're in the room, and you can choose to connect with that person via video. So pretty much you can have a party where you have 5 friends in one room, all listening to the same DJ, or people can even request to speak to you via the request button to talk to you as a user. So it gives you a peer-to-peer opportunity to meet people, but also just hanging out and going to different DJs with your friends.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, great job, Darrell. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to go to the next pitch founder, which is Matt from Getogether. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, all is good. Ready to go?
Are you sharing your screen or are you just going to go live?
I can. Yeah, I got to share it 1 sec.
Yep, and then I'm going to pin you.
And you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Hold on 1 second. Where is, why do I have, oh, do I have to unpin Darrell? Oh, that's why. Okay, there we go. Let me set this up 1 second. Okay, you let me know if you're ready to go.
I'm ready.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Hey, everyone. My name is Matt Colangelo, and I'm the founder of Getogether. Getogether delivers social experiences that make it easy to connect with a local host and meet new people in cool neighborhoods all over the world. Getogether was inspired while I was on a trip from San Francisco to LA. I was visiting Manhattan Beach when I had a light bulb moment. I thought to myself, my time here could have been so much better if there was an easy way to connect with a local that could show me around and introduce me to new people. I developed Getogether as a solution where for just $50, you can connect with a local host, experience a cool neighborhood, socialize with new people, and get VIP treatment at a one-of-a-kind restaurant. As we move past this pandemic and world travel returns, our goal is to host over 1 million guests a year in hundreds of cool neighborhoods all over the world. We're currently seeking a pre-seed safe round of up to $500,000, which will invest towards user acquisition, product development, and host recruitment. And ideally, we'll exit through acquisition within 3 to 5 years at a valuation of $50 million. Thanks very much for listening. Let's scale Getogether across the world and make it a better place.
Terrific. Thank you, Matt. Right on time. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to take you off pin for a second here.
Yep.
And maybe you could stop sharing your screen also.
Yep. All good.
Cool. All right, so why don't we go from the Arabian Prince? Why don't we start with you this time?
Perfect.
Do you have any questions for Matt?
Yes, I do. So Matt, is there a vetting process for people? Because, you know, like I'm from the hood, so, you know, if somebody wants to go to the hood, you don't want like gangbangers on your platform going, yeah, have them come over here to us for 50 billion, they rob them and stuff like that. So is there a vetting process for, you know, people meeting people?
Well, yeah, for sure. So firstly, we're just basically booking social experiences in neighborhoods that you would want to go to, right? So we would be maybe having an experience in Huntington Beach, those kind of places. And each individual host that we bring on onto our platform, they all are vetted. They're vetted in the same way that like an Uber driver would get vetted, right?
That's not saying much, but keep going.
Sure. Yeah.
It works in my neighborhood, but.
So yeah, we vet all the hosts. We make sure that they're qualified to deliver the experience. And then the experience is in fact delivered in a public space that's heavily populated. Ultimately involves like bringing people together in like a cool neighborhood. The host shows them around that neighborhood because they know the way around, right? So they get the most of the neighborhood. And then they bring everybody together from a social standpoint, walk and talk along the way. And then they sit them down at a cool restaurant, like, you know, like the restaurant to go to in the neighborhood. And then everyone sits down, enjoy some food, have some drinks, and then the host leaves. And then it's up to the people to decide what they want to do. If they want to like continue on the party or go elsewhere. But it's all done. There's gonna be like lots of precautions that we're taking, and it's gonna be done in safe places. And, you know, as far as like the people that are in control of the experience, they're gonna be very deeply vetted.
Nice, perfect, thank you.
Cool. Let's go to Ariel.
How far along are you in this process? Where are you at?
Yeah, so I developed MVP. I have it live at Getogether.com. I'm based in Vancouver. I have 6 neighborhoods featured on the website. Obviously, I can't really host these things because of the pandemic. So my goal this year was to actually like prove the concept and like get people participating in get-togethers. But instead, I've just been developing it and like working on the website. So once we are able to kind of like get out there again, which will be soon, right? It'll be in 2021. Looking forward to being able to, you know, have people actually book things on our website. But we're ready to take bookings. If someone wanted to book a get-together today, they could do it in 6 neighborhoods across Vancouver.
Awesome, thanks.
And Steve, do you have any questions for Matt?
Yes, who pays who? How's the money split? Does the host make any money for doing this?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, it's going to be a split, like, so $50. Let's say, for example, an experience is $50 per guest. So we'll take half, and then the host will maybe take around like $15 or $20, and then the restaurant will get the rest. I also think there's an opportunity to monetize the restaurant too, potentially.
Okay, just a quick suggestion.
Yeah.
Pay your own restaurant bill. That's off your thing, okay?
Okay.
Pay the guys, if
Yeah.
you go to the restaurant, pay it, right?
Yeah.
And then for you, half is good, but I'll tell you what, this is my opinion from having seen companies around the world. Reduce your amount and increase the host amount, and you'll have hosts banging on your door to do this. So make them make money, because there's thousands of them and there's just one of you.
Right.
Okay. You'll come out ahead.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay. All right. Good. I like it.
Thank you.
Great feedback. Thank you, Steve. Awesome job, Matt. All right. We're making good time here, guys. I'm excited. We have like really tight pitches so far. So I think Madison's going to continue that amazing trend. So Madison from Campus Concierge, I'm going to pin you. You are now featured.
And I don't have a pitch deck to show. So
okay, no problem. All right, so let me do this. I'm just going to set this up. Okay, you tell me when you're ready and we can go.
Sure, I'll get started. All right, hi everyone. My name is Madison Long, and I, along with my technical co-founder Simone May, created Campus Concierge. Campus Concierge is essentially DoorDash for university dining halls and stadiums. As we all know, COVID-19 drastically changed the way we enjoy in-person dining, especially on college campuses. What once was an $18 billion revenue generator for universities has been cut significantly due to not having mobile-first solutions in place. So that's where we come in. What makes our app unique is that we don't focus on food ordering from external chain restaurants. We work directly with the university's internal dining hall operations, where students can easily pay for their meals with their student ID. And after surveying 800 students from over 90 universities, we know that they are eager to see more modernized dining hall solutions on campus. That's why we are looking for investors as we launch our MVP this spring, leveraging a high-profile integration partnership. Thank you.
Wow, and that is right on time. So that is tight. This is impressive.
Mike, you're on mute.
Sorry, did I put myself on mute? Did you hear anything I said?
That's impressive, and I agree.
Oh, okay, good. At least I got that part. Okay, I'm going to go back to gallery view, and we will unpin Madison. And why don't we start with Ariel, since she saved me from the mute button.
Awesome.
Do you have
So
any
Madison,
questions?
Yeah, Madison, that was a fantastic pitch. That was a really crystal clear everything you need to have in a pitch. That was amazing.
Thank you.
1 minute. Also a great idea. I wonder though, if I'm a university student and I can now order from anywhere in the world, like all of the places, why am I ordering from the dining hall where the food's usually kind of substandard?
Sure. So university, like freshmen and sophomores, they have to live on campus at most universities. When you live on campus, you have to buy a dining hall meal plan. And let's say, for example, I had a scholarship when I went to college. So $10,000 was already allocated to my meal plan for the year. And if I want to order DoorDash, I can, but that's from my own personal bank account. What our app does is spends the money that your parents or your scholarship already prepaid for and allows you to check out and have food in a very convenient way, similar to the DoorDash mechanism. But
Love it. Okay, one more quick question, sorry.
yeah, of course.
So what are the economics of it? If this has already been paid for, what is the
Sure.
incentive for the dining hall to pay more to have it delivered to you?
Absolutely. So we spoke with a ton of universities as we were building this out and launching. And one of the top 10 universities actually in their first week coming back from COVID, 4 out of 6,000 students reduced or canceled their meal plans the first week back due to like long lines, super ridiculous wait times to get into dining halls with the COVID restrictions. And for them, they know that students are going to leave the meal plan altogether if they can, but if they don't have more modernized solutions to make it convenient and accessible, especially during the winter like right now. And that's why we're excited to start this pilot in the spring and get it ramped up.
Very cool, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Great questions, Ariel.
Yes, thank you.
Let's see. Why don't we go to Steve? Because I see you next to me.
Okay, Madison, who makes the deliveries? I assume it's students?
Sure. So that's up to the university. We are not running, let's say, an Uber Eats model where any random person can start going into the dining hall and go into dorms because of safety issues. So if the university wants to have delivery as a component, they would have to make sure it's their student
Oh, I
dining
thought there
hall.
was deliveries in this.
There is, but that's something that the university would be.
Okay.
They're not our independent contractors.
So
Let me put it that way.
basically what you're doing is, what's the value add? I can order from my room, but I still got to go there and pick it up?
Or delivery if the university allows it. But we offer the logistics so that universities can choose whether or not they have just pickup,
Okay.
reservations, or also delivery. All
Okay,
three
so
of those options.
the basic thing is you're getting me out of the line and I place my order and pay.
Exactly.
Okay, so my second concept is this. If you keep out the outside world and don't let people take a pizza, you are severely limiting the revenue and how this thing can grow.
Sure.
Not saying you won't want to do that, but you're putting a lid on it.
Sure. And we're open to exploring that. It's just when you sell into universities, there's so many precautions they have to protect students' health and safety.
Gotcha.
And so
Right.
100%, but we're looking for a way that's safe and also low risk.
Okay.
When you're talking about going into an all-girls dorm with a thing of pizza, you need to make sure that those people are cleared by the university and have that
Okay.
access.
Got it. Terrific. Thank you, Steve. Great questions. We will wrap up with the Arabian Prince.
Thank you, sir. And Madison, where are you in the process of building this right now?
Sure. So the app is completely developed. We have not only the front-facing app that students use, but an administrative website that accompanies it so that the dining hall director can make sure menus are up to date and see incoming orders, things of that nature, as well as the delivery web application. So we're ready. And that's why we're working with this integration partnership, and we're actually under NDA, but we will be able to have that student ID payment processing system operating in the background by February 1.
Nice. I have one suggestion for you, and
Sure.
I'm not going to charge you for this, but if you make $1 billion, just buy me some SpongeBob toys or something like that.
A lot.
I would, and because this is for a college or a university and you're dealing with, young, kind of forward-thinking individuals, I would maybe change the name from Campus Concierge, because that sounds like something totally different, to Campus Munch, because that's hot and that's cool and that's hip and kid, I'm just saying, think about it, because if you make it something more cool and hip as opposed to Campus Concierge, it kind of seems a little old to me.
Okay. Thank you for that feedback.
And actually, that raises one question that I had about that, which is this branded under the school or is it branded under Campus Concierge?
It'll be branded under Campus Concierge when you download it, but once you log in with your student ID and let's say it pops up with Purdue, all of that user interface will be Purdue branding, Purdue logos, Purdue font, etc. So your own user experience is tied to your school.
It's personalized based upon my identity.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Terrific. All right. Great questions, judges. And thank you, Madison, for a great pitch. All right. We're going to have a pitch now from Brainsprays genius himself, Lorenzo Carver. Lorenzo, how
How's
are
everybody
you?
doing today?
Good.
Good.
Okay. I'm going to pin you to the top.
All right. It's just me talking. I have nothing to share.
Okay. No problem. Let's do this. So you tell me when you're ready to rock.
I'm ready when you are.
Go for it.
All right. COVID saved my co-founder from preschool. When they shut down her preschool, they said she could add 2 to numbers between 1 and 10. 2 weeks with no school, she could add double-digit numbers. 4 weeks later, she knew half her times tables. Today, she does linear equations with 1 variable easily. Now, if you're picturing a kid toiling with a pencil and a paper all day long, think of the opposite. She plays all day long because we efficiently teach her with Alexa skills or lessons that we've developed. Those same lessons were downloaded 300 times a day this month. And by the end of next year, we expect them to be downloaded 100,000 times a day. We're Brainsprays. We make custom Alexa lessons that teach 2 to 5-year-olds how to read and multiply like 7 to 10-year-olds.
Amazing. And we have like 4 seconds to spare. So that's a very efficient pitch, Lorenzo.
Thanks.
That is impressive. Okay. So I have absolutely no system for this. So let me just go back. I'm going to go full gallery mode. I'm going to take Lorenzo off pin wherever he went. There he is. Zoom is confusing me. Let's see. Who do we start with? Why don't we start this time with Ariel?
I have a 4-year-old who loves
Oh,
math.
awesome.
Target market right here. Big target on my face. Market.
That's not fair.
So how would I discover your app? Well, the real question I have is how does it work so well? But the technical question I have, how would I discover it and what's your business model there?
Yeah, so the cool thing about Alexa right now is it's kind of like when the internet started, you know, kind of the consumer internet, there were only like 100,000 websites. So if you had a pizza shop or something, people could find you very easily because nobody else had a website. So right now it's pretty easy for people to find skills that teach phonics, skills that teach multiplication, skills that teach kids to add, because there's just not that many skills. There's like 1 million of them, which seems like a big number, but it's not. In terms of how it works, one of the key things that it does is it offers an incentive at the beginning, which for teaching small kids is kind of critical to keeping their attention. 2, none of these lessons are more than 3 to 5 minutes. 5 minutes would be a long lesson. 2, they start with a clue. So a clue is like a hack that's been proven to get people further along. Doesn't mean that every hack works with every kid, but these are very small lessons. And I can develop them myself. It's been taken 30 to 40 minutes, but I build a tool now that literally anybody can build these with a bot interface. So anybody on this call that can type and think of something creative can test it out and see if it works on a kid. And we're going to roll that out in a couple weeks.
Awesome. Thank you. Can't wait to try it.
Yeah, me neither. I love it. So it's really, you know, all the kids act very similar. Like when you see them talking to this thing, it really could rescue education in America. So.
Cool.
It's all helping yet. All right, so let's see. I don't know who wants to go next. Do we want Steve or Arabian Prince? Someone put up their hand.
I'll flip you, Steve.
All right, man, I'll just go so we can keep moving. All right, Brainspray. I like it. Brainspray. Lorenzo.
Yes,
sir. Who pays who is my first question. And the second question is, do you have any teachers on your team? Do you guys know how to get approved in school systems and all that stuff?
Yeah, so my team is me and my 4-year-old. So, and I'm not joking, she contributes substantially to this. So, but right now, you know, we have under 30,000 people have installed this. We started in March with 64 installs that month. So about 2 people a day. I think it's premature to start inserting business models for that. Our primary goal is outcomes, which we're getting. And once we get enough outcomes, then it's pretty easy to select from kind of your distribution of people in terms of how they're paying for education today. Now, today we're paying the bills by doing Alexa skills to teach people in life science companies. So, we built a Alexa learning portal for a biotechnology company for their sales team, because communicating with sales teams that are, basically people, technical stuff, it's actually pretty hard. It's kind of like teaching a 3-year-old how to do, algebra, So we're fortunate enough that we were able to get about $100,000 in revenue this year doing that, which covers, it's me and her. So we're not spending for marketing. So we produced some videos and some songs. We produced about 25 songs. So those things cost money, but it's not substantial money. So we could literally do this all year long next year and not do another B2B engagement if we wanted to. So.
Okay.
Cool. DJ Arabian Prince, do you have any questions for Lorenzo?
Yeah, Lorenzo. Are you planning on adding any kind of gamification? I used to work with one of the biggest kids gaming platforms out there, and are you planning on adding some stuff like that? So like gaming learning as well?
Yes, sir. In fact, I would say that what we're doing now is a form of gamification, because it starts with an incentive, and every game starts with an incentive also, right? 2, you have kind of this kind of oscillation between difficulty and making things like, so you can get to the next level. But we plan to introduce an interface for parents, because the biggest piece that's missing in education is actually the parent. And although anybody can go up and use these skills, really it's that relationship with the parent that kind of keeps it going. And a hard thing for parents is the curriculum. What path do I take to get to the next spot? And it's not a linear path. It's a different path for different kids. But thankfully with technology, these are easy things to solve. So we're going to put together a dashboard for parents, and we have an incentive model related to the bot that I discussed for teachers that contribute hacks that actually work, and for parents that actually rate those. So we're gamifying it kind of more substantially on the parent side than the kid. So.
Terrific. Thank you. Great questions, Arabian Prince. Great answers from Lorenzo. I suspect this is going to be very difficult, but what we're going to do now is we're going to ask the judges to please send us your choices for the top 2, who will get an additional 3 some odd minutes. We've been kind of flexible in the time because we have time, of who your top 2 are. And then we will have, let's see. So you can either name the founder or we can go by numbers. So number 1 would be TheClub, Darrell Frater. Number 2 is Getogether, Matt Colangelo. 3 is Campus Concierge with Madison, and 4 is Brainsprays with Lorenzo. So judges, if you're able to message me your top 2, so pick 1 and 2, who you think would get the additional time. Okay, DJ Arabian Prince is in. Ariel's sort of in.
Well, if somebody see my 2 second picks, see if there is a leaning from anybody else into one of those directions.
You're not helping me break the tie here. Okay, let's see if there is a tie. There is no tie. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So technically you are the tie. So, okay, we have a choice here. We have a little bit extra time. We can go top 3 or we can go top 2. Or we can ask questions of everybody. What do you guys want to do, judges?
Okay, who's the top preference? 1 that we've all chosen?
It appears to be, well, I would say top 1 right now is Campus Concierge with Madison. Okay, and then, wow, this is really, it actually appears, it's very close, but I think it's, number 2 would be Brainsprays with Lorenzo. and then very closely followed by another person. But I would say those are actually the top two, if I interpret this correctly. I may need a neuroscientist afterwards to verify that, but all right. So are we good with that,
I'm
everybody?
good. But Michael, I just want to say I've got a hard stop at 1 because I've got a
No problem.
meeting right after.
Yep, I think we'll have more
Okay,
than enough
perfect.
time, actually. We're okay. So let's see. So why don't we do this? First of all, I want to thank everybody because the pitches were all very, very good. So everybody was not only on time, but I think you got your message across and you proved that with a little bit of discipline, you can communicate clearly what you're working on, and we all got a great idea. And I think all the ventures have got some good traction and or potential. So praise to all 4 ventures. All right, so why don't we do this? Let's go to Madison. You have 3 approximately minutes to answer any additional questions.
Yeah, sure.
So why don't we go? Steve, do you have any questions for Madison?
Okay, Madison, how are you going to get paid when you roll this thing out? And are you going to be raising money?
Sure. So we will get paid through transaction fees, which the university,
Approximately percentage-wise?
sure, approximately like 85 cents for a $10 transaction.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And then when we solidify this partnership, we want to open a seed round of funding in Q1 at a priced round.
Of how much?
We're looking at 2.2 million for 15%. So
Can I give you feedback?
sure.
Michael, is that cool now?
Yeah, do it.
Okay, listen. Okay, well, listen, because I want you to understand. So I've run and grown companies to, not consumer, but B2B, into like big bucks, high-tech stuff.
Yes.
But I've been doing this for 7 years in Silicon Valley, in Europe, and Asia. So I want to give you some feedback because I've done tons of this around the world.
Thank you.
Okay, first of all, when someone asks you a question about percentages, that's 8.5, just say 8.5%.
Yes.
To the quick, okay? Number 2, there's 0 chance of getting 2.2 million. 0, it's not gonna happen. The way it works is you need to look at way less, have a target that's 1 year out, and show that you can get there, and that will increase your value, and the percentage of money you take is that. So if you were to get 2 million now, someone would assess your company at about $1.5 million value.
Sure.
So if you take $2 million over, let's just call it $1 million, that's
Sure.
2 over 1 equals 3. 2 over 3 means you've just given the investors 66% of your company, which means it's pointless. And they're not going to do it because you haven't minimized the risk, not even closely compared to an angel investor. So what you want to do is go out and get your first 100K of revenue and your user base and your testimonials. So whatever university, by the way, if you have a university that's NDA, then say we have a university in the Northwest or something like that, just to say to people that you have that, okay? So zero in on smaller money, have a target, and figure out how you can accomplish this in the next 12 months because they'll be watching, okay?
No, thank you.
Cool. Great
Okay, great.
feedback.
And by the way, it will not be priced. Forget that. Don't say priced at 15%. You're going to make everyone, all the investors are going to back off and say, you don't know how it works. This is going to be an unpriced round. Okay. This will be an unpriced round. This will be a note.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, good.
Great. Thank you.
Like an unsecured safe agreement or something, or a convertible note?
It is secured. It's secured to the equity, but it's not secured to your private money.
Got it.
Right.
Great feedback.
Okay.
Again, I have no system whatsoever. So let's go Arabian Prince.
Thanks again. I had one minor question. So
Sure.
thinking about the back end. So let's say this thing does amazing and it scales greatly. Have you figured out who you're going to use for your back end, AWS, or what are you guys looking at as far as something like that?
Sure. So we do use AWS to run the entire thing. I'm not the technical co-founder, but I know that AWS Amplify is like our major usage. And then the like payment processing and everything else, since we'll be having that integration, that will all run through their system still. Like we're not going to be the ones having to control their personal information. It'll kind of like pass through us.
So it's their merchant account.
I'm not sure exactly what they run their cloud on.
Right.
Depends probably.
Perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Ariel, do you have any questions for Madison?
Yeah, sure. What are your revenue projections? Can you take us through what you've thought about revenue-wise, how many users you anticipate at what percentage over what period of time?
Sure. So for our target university,
like when do you think your first university will come out, then your second university?
Great. So with the integration, we expect to go into a paid pilot this spring, beginning that pretty long contract phase with the major university, and then be able to launch publicly on their university with all their students. So let's say that university has about 10,000 students that use their meal plans. What we're looking at is even if we can get 35% active users, we'd be able to be generating $1 million in revenue just based on transaction fees. We don't need them to be daily active. I mean, we don't need them to be, constantly using the app to be able to do that. But as long as they log in, we will be billing the university on their behalf, but they can pass that fee along to students, however they see fit. So hopefully, obviously, but hopefully by May of 2022, we will have hit around 750,000. And then over the summer, when it slows down a bit on campus, close at the full $1 million by the next fall.
Great, thank you.
And then and I just want to say also, we know that having a paid pilot will allow us to also expand. We might be able to be on 2 campuses at the same time, but we are willing to take it slow just because the mass of customers we will all of a sudden have once we do go live will be pretty big.
Terrific. Thank you, Madison. Okay, let's go. We're going to go back to Lorenzo from Brainsprays, and I'm going to start this time with Arabian Prints.
Yeah, I had a question earlier that I was going to follow up with. Let me see. So how many different lessons do you have that are in play right now?
Oh, you're on mute, by the way.
Oh, he's on mute.
Not you.
I thought.
Sorry, Lorenzo.
That's an excellent question. So right now we have 65 active lessons. We have, believe it or not, 400 in the can that we haven't released. So quick story around that. So I built a thing to generate some of these automatically early on. It wasn't 100%, but I released 3 lessons. One of those lessons is actually our most popular lesson, and it's terrible. I mean, I'm just being honest. It's not very good at all, but it works. And there wasn't much out there. So, we had a couple thousand people just start using it. So that's kind of a testament to MVPs. But next year, obviously, we'll have a much bigger number because it won't just be me and my daughter making these things. So initially, we're just focusing on getting stuff out. The last couple of weeks, we've kind of been improving quality a little bit because obviously, when you have a very small child talking to more speaker, even adults, they don't understand what you say 100% of the time. So there's a little bit of, kind of nuance in terms of how you array the questions, and then other tweaks that you can do to make sure that it recognizes them better. And then Amazon's done some things to increase, kind of the AI behind their natural language processing. So, but that's a good question. I would say that ideally you would have millions of these. They're only 3 minutes long, so, and they're highly personable. So, but yeah, that's a really insightful question.
Thank you.
Let's go to Steve Austin. Do you have any questions for Lorenzo?
Okay, Lorenzo, I love your enthusiasm on this and the fact that you got this out there. This is just fantastic. As you go forward, so I've met lots of education tech people, and I have people calling me every week on this. Mm-hmm. So this is what I recommend to you. Find somebody in the education world, since you're young kids, somebody in that area who is already there professionally, and get an advisor on your team. This is for all of you, should all have an advisor. What this does is it helps from the outside world. First of all, it gives you a ton of information, saves you enormous time and wasted effort. So get an advisor of somebody who can help you. And then they'll give you the insider information, such as, like they might say, oh, if you're doing this, you need to always do this because it's very clear in the state rules. And so you'll learn things like this that you need to know, okay? And most advisors will be happy to advise for about an hour a month of answer questions. And typically, if you get funded, we reward we take 2% of the total amount of stock that we have approximately, and we give pinches out for 2-year advisory agreements. Might be 1/4%, might be 1/8. It depends how early they come in. Earlier is more, later is less. Okay, so an advisor will make a big difference for you. That's for all of you. That'd be the main thing. Okay. And I'll tell you, you get a couple advisors from different parts of the country with a different point of view, and suddenly you get some momentum from the outside world that'll say something like, you got to try this with my friend. I'm going to call my friend and put it over at such and such. Okay, so real important. But there's going to be places where teachers are going to say, I can't do that until you do X, because that whatever rules are about that. So you need to know those things, okay? So you don't get caught out in the woods, so to speak. Okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Good. Okay,
Terrific.
good job.
Ariel, do you have any questions for Lorenzo?
No questions. I actually just want to try it.
Oh,
Awesome.
well, there you go. Can anybody access it, Lorenzo?
Yeah, anybody can. If you say, Alexa, open letter B or letter D, or Alexa, open next number, or Alexa, so really just go through the alphabet. It's your easier bet.
Really? So, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, the beauty of it. So
So I don't
basically,
have to say Brainsprays or anything.
Not at all.
Your skills are those letters?
Yep, precisely. So
Is that like that's like real estate that you've grabbed?
exactly, that's by design. So, but also if you on your phone, if you do say play music by Brainsprays, then you'll get some access to the concepts that are in our curriculum. So, and chances are, depending on what you're using, iPhone or Google Play or whatever, then you will still access, the stuff that we've been teaching in the form of a song. So.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So we are at the moment of truth, folks. What I would like each of the judges to do is message me who your number one pick is. I got an answer from Ariel. We got an answer from Arabian Prince. And we got an answer from Steve Austin. All right. I don't know. There's no drum roll. Do we have any music, Arabian Prince, or? I should ask. Wait, I want to hear that again.
Heard that, but
I want to hear that again.
know what that is? That's actually for the old people in here who've played video games when they were young. That is actually a dance remix of not Metroid, but Berserker.
No way. That's cool.
Yes.
I like it. All right. All right. So again, I want to reiterate, everybody, thank you to the judges, and thank you for all the pitch companies. The winner of today's winner takes all event is Madison from Campus Concierge. So you will be receiving a $500. You can even see.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the advice. We're now Campus Munch, but we filing incorporation.
You're gonna see, this is
but no, thank you for the feedback.
Visa card you will be
awesome.
getting, except that yours will actually say your name on it, not my name.
Oh, fun. Thank you so much.
And Michael, before everybody goes, can I make an offer to everybody?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, you guys, every week on California time, 7 o'clock, I do How to Pitch to Investors free webinar for 2 hours. So you're all invited to come. I just sent the link. It's an Eventbrite to Michael. He can send it out. Then Thursday nights, I do How to Go to Market. On Thursday nights, same thing. And that alternates between how to go to market and storytelling for growing your business. Okay. So it's free. Come on Wednesday night. So this is what I do. Michael said Founder Space. So I did this, but usually over a full week in San Francisco and other many cities on how to pitch to investors. So this is distilled after, okay, so guys from my workshops have raised over $130 million now. So I know it's got some workability to it. Okay. So you're welcome to come if you wish tomorrow.
Thank you,
Wonderful.
sir.
Thank you.
I know Ariel's got to jump. Darrell, is there anything that you want to plug?
No, just thank you for the opportunity. This was great, and I appreciate all the feedback and everyone being here. It's great.
Thank you. Matt, do you have anything?
No, just, thanks for the opportunity. It's always nice to have an opportunity to practice your pitch, and I appreciate everybody's feedback.
And then Lorenzo, how are you doing? You got anything we want to close with?
Just Madison, that was an amazing presentation. You're a
Thank
wonderful
you.
speaker. So, and I hope you stick with this because, you know, I think there's something there.
She's going to kick ass.
Right.
And we're going to do
Thank
whatever we
you.
can to help her. Ariel, I know that you have to go. Is there anything you want to close with?
Yeah, Darrell, I want to dance at the parties. Keep going with it. It's a great idea. The moment is now, and just
Absolutely.
yeah, I mean, your goal now is going to be to listen to the consumer feedback as quickly as possible. Figure out what makes it sticky, like what is really going to make this better than Zoom, and then get as many people as you can onto the platform. So find every event promoter that you can, bring them in, make it as free as possible for people to begin, just so that you get more people on the platform, and then worry about monetizing later, because the moment is now to capture the eyeballs. So get the people in, make money later.
Terrific.
And also to everybody else, you all rock. So thank you for doing what you're doing.
Absolutely. Arabian Prince, do you want to wrap with anything you want to promote? You had a pitch that you're going to give. Do you want to give that?
We don't really have time because everybody's got to run, but I'm just going to say thank you to all of the people who did pitch. And I know it's very hard. I'm a part of all of these all of the time, and you all did. Actually, this was the best one.
I agree.
Much better than the last one that we were. I mean, like this was like solid. Everybody's was amazing. It was really hard to pick the winner. So I appreciate you all. And anything you need from me, and he knows, or whatever, reach out to him.
Yep.
Reach out to me. I'd love to help on all of your projects.
Wonderful. And I think I want to open it up so that everybody I think here has my calendar. Please book some time with me. I'll also talk to the 3 judges offline and see if there's additional feedback. And we want to make sure that they are all aware of what you're doing. So if you do have a pitch deck or something else you want to share, that we will include that in the email out to them. Thank you so much to everybody for making this a great event. We will see you on the next one. The next one right now is planned for January the 6th, and I'm a maniac, so I have 4 dates scheduled in January. We're going to do 2 pre-seed and 2 seed round. So I think the January 13th will be the first seed round. I believe we have 3 or 4 pitch companies, but I will confirm that. But we're totally open for the first pre-seed on the 6th. So any referrals would be wonderful. And I hope at the end or middle of January to announce our online accelerator. So stay tuned for that. And join me on LinkedIn, join me on Entree or Entra if you haven't already, or we'll see you on a one-on-one. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Take care, everybody.
See you guys. Good luck.
Yeah.
Bye.